Hey guys, welcome back to another ShMoR3S Daily. But before we get into today's video, please subscribe and hit the bell so you may always be notified of my future videos. Drop me a like and follow me on ShMoR3S Gaming and Gaming News on Facebook. Also follow my Twitch for future live streams. Alright guys, I'm back for the news. My other video the other day, new Gran Turismo was down. It's back up again. Update Gran Turismo 7 is back online. Polyphony Digital apologizes and addresses microtransactions, which I heard were pretty bad too. Gran Turismo 7 is back online after essentially being left unplayable for more than 24 hours, following an early update. In a new blog post, GT7 producer Kazunori Yamauchi explains why a maintenance period that was expected to last a couple of hours lasted longer than a day. He said that right before the release of the 1.07 update, which is the one that left GT7 largely unplayable, Polyphony Digital discovered an issue where the game would not start properly in some cases on product versions for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. This was a rare issue that was not seen during testing on the development hardware or the QA sessions prior to the release, but in order to prioritize the safety of the save data of the users, we decided to interrupt the release of the 1.07 update and to make a 1.08 correctional update. That is the reason for the delay. And sincere apologies for the late report to everyone. Yamauchi then addresses microtransactions in Gran Turismo 7 and Update 1.07. The number of in-game credits earned from completing some tracks and races in the game was decreased, meaning it would be tougher to purchase cars. Some felt that this was to further push the microtransactions in the game, but Yamauchi says that the team wants users to enjoy lots of cars and races even without microtransactions. At the same time, the pricing of the cars is an important element that conveys their value and rarity, so I do think it's important for it to be linked with the real world prices. He continues, I want to make Gran Turismo 7 a game in which you can enjoy a variety of cars lots of different ways, and if possible would like to try to avoid a situation where a player must mechanically keep replaying certain events over and over again. Players were using certain tracks to farm credits, and those were the tracks targeted in the update. The blog post says the studio will let players know the update plans for the additional content, races, events, and features to constantly resolve the issues. It pains me that I can't explain the details regarding this at this moment, but we will plan on continuing to revise Gran Turismo 7 so that as many players as possible can enjoy the game. Yamauchi writes, we would really appreciate it if everyone could watch over the growth of Gran Turismo 7 from a somewhat longer term point of view. Okay, so broken on launch, then fixed, then slowly broken again. I don't know. Halo Infinite anti-cheat update. In-game player reporting features coming. 343 reveals its anti-cheat system and talks about how it hopes to grow and improve it over time to weed out bad actors. Halo Infinite developer 343 Industries has provided an update on the game's anti-cheat system and outlined how the studio is going to go about improving things down the road. In a blog post, 343 started off by revealing its anti-cheat system. In the first place, its proprietary system called Arbiter, and this is the first time that 343 is speaking about it in any real capacity, and there is a reason for that. 343 didn't talk about it until now because the more it reveals, the more quickly and efficiently hackers can exploit it. Keeping things under wraps is the best interest of making Halo Infinite multiplayer a fun and safe place, 343 said. I can see how they can do that, I guess. We want to keep as much secret as possible for as long as possible, 343 said. Anything we can do or say on this case, not say, to help protect our methods is worth it to help protect our players. In their in-game experience, we know some of you may not entirely agree with our decision to keep this conversation out of the spotlight up until now, and since we don't believe the efficacy of our approach relies entirely on its secrecy, we want to be as transparent about the current state of anti-cheat as we can. Looking ahead, 343 admitted that there is no silver bullet for cheating, and some amount of cheating will always exist. Well, yeah. It's kind of like a blanket case, pretty much. That said, the studio is continuing to try in the future. 343 will do more to help improve its systems to detect cheating and to give players the ability to report instances of cheating that they witness. Hey, bots. We've heard loud and clear that we need to improve our ability to report other players in-game for cheating or toxic behavior, 343 said. Right now there's an existing process through the Halo support site at aka MS Halo Report a player, which leads to direct investigations from our safety team. Every report of cheating is reviewed by a member of the safety team, and we're grateful to all of you who have submitted a ticket and helped us take action. In the future, 343 said it hopes to deliver an in-game player reporting system, but it's probably won't be here anytime soon. It's a feature we're working on, but it will take time as we build and polish all the supporting systems needed in the pipeline to make it run smoothly and more accurately, 343 said. As for enforcement, 343 said the existing temporary and permanent bans have been effective at removing bad actors from matchmaking, but the system could be more robust. Yeah, I guess I can see that. Since our multiplayer is free to play, some cheaters create new accounts or appear on new devices in an attempt to evade our enforcement actions. We typically catch bans evasions fairly quickly, but there is more we can do, and we're pursuing multiple different solutions, 343 said. Yeah, I don't feel like I can see how people are doing that, but I'm in the camp where I don't feel like creating a brand new freaking account just so I can cheat in the game. I feel like that's too much work in my case. But hey, and to each his own. To help weed out people who create new accounts after getting banned, 343 is working on a system that requires players to complete a certain number of multiplayer matches before they can enter the ranked playlist. The current number is 25 games, but 343 said it could change. We think this is not only to keep the players out of ranked for a while, but also gives out other systems a chance to detect them. As a current or recurring cheater, we expect this will also help new players find their footing in social players before they jump right into more challenging ranked experiences, 343 said. 343 said. Simon says, as I say. There's a lot of 343 says in here. 343 went on to say it's also looking into more methods by which it can identify players banned who make new accounts on the same device. There are a few efforts underway here and nothing, including leveraging third-party solutions in combination with our existing work on Arbiter is off the table. As with our improved player reporting, we'll be sharing more about this work as we can get closer to a release, he said. There's a Jesus. When I was in freaking, a little story for you guys. When I was in freaking English class, it would have freaking failed me with just as many of these, like the way they're using 343 said in almost every freaking paragraph in this. Like I would have, my school, I don't know, I wasn't really an amazing English student, but that's one thing that they would ding me for, is not having a variety in my paragraphs. I can't believe a journalist wrote this, to be honest with you. Anyways, you get the picture. They're adding a bunch of new anti-cheat methods of getting people to behave. Steam Deck now supports Xbox Game Pass and Cloud thanks to help from Microsoft. Valve Steam Deck has joined the ever-growing list of devices compatible with some form of Xbox Game Pass as Cloud. Xbox Cloud Gaming Beta is now available for owners on a Valve handheld gaming PC. On Twitter, Xbox Cloud's gaming head of product and strategy, Catherine Gluckstein, said it was a collaborative effort between Valve and Microsoft to get xCloud and Game Pass working on Steam Deck, and as it turns out, Valve got a lot of help from Microsoft to get the service up and running. On Steam Deck, players can access Game Pass through Xbox Cloud Gaming with Microsoft Edge Beta. This means that players will have to install and launch the Steam Deck version of Microsoft's web browser to navigate to the xCloud launcher. The process is similar to how xCloud works on PC, where Game Pass subscribers can access games through Xbox's website. I can see a future where you go on your Xbox, type in Xbox xCloud or Xbox.com and just play games through the freaking Xbox app on. I don't know. I just thought that was funny. If you're confused about how it all works, Microsoft has posted a tutorial article for Steam Deck owners looking to access Microsoft Edge and Xbox Cloud Gaming. Valve is also working on getting Microsoft's operating system on the Steam Deck. Right now, the Steam Deck uses a Linux OS, but Valve is slowly rolling out Windows support for the device. The Steam Deck is mostly living up to its promises, with some serious cavities along the way. In our Steam Deck review, we said while I can certainly recommend the Steam Deck with some major caveats. Well, okay, I think I just completely botched that earlier. Including a noisy fan and comparably long loading times. I'm definitely not as head over heels in love with it as I hoped. I'd hoped I'd be when I first opened the box. Yeah, I can see how that would be an issue. I still think Nintendo Switch today is a pretty good console. The only problem is it's Nintendo. It's their console, so you can't really get any third party on there. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it there for today. What news I don't get here, I'll post to my Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next video.